Right now you are watching KELS process, a place where a tutorial drops consistently. Before you continue watching, click to the subscription button so that you get notified whenever our video drops. Meanwhile, tutorial drops Saturdays, so by the time the next complete one drop next week, you will be notified. Pay close attention to the details. This video is a complete set of this design I'm making, beginning from the pattern draft. So watch carefully. I'm making this design for somebody that is using size 41, and I took 10 centimeter as the length. The depth of this part I'm cutting, I used 2 centimeter, and the width was 0.5. So now I'm using this machine to smoothen the edges. One of the reasons I'm doing this is because if I'm marking it on my material, I needed it to be straight. I needed the pattern to be accurate, because obviously it's what I will get on my material. If you don't have this hand filing machine, you can go and get it. It's really nice. We are done with the pattern now. Let's move on to the next step. Okay, so after I measured the length, the width, and we'll be able to use that will go into the insole, because this pattern was short. You can see it's not long. So I have to take the measurements of the last to know the width to use on the pattern, on the top of the pattern. So it was 11 centimeter. So what I did, put the pattern at the middle, draw it, and then extend the two ends. Okay, do same for the other one as well. So the same way you did the first one, do the other one as well. So I'm not going to allow this video to stay, because I feel you understood the first one. So let's move on to the next process, which before you start making your design, you need to have all the things you will need for that particular design to be ready. So you will not create one part of it and then start making without other parts ready. So make all the parts ready that you'll be using. And for this one, there will be a strap that will follow through the top. So you apply your gum, because I'm going to be folding it. Meanwhile, the width of the strap was 2 centimeter. Though I didn't check, but 2 centimeter is okay. So cut through cut carefully. Whenever you are drawing strap, make sure you are always with your ruler, because you don't want to at the end of everything seeing that the edges or the cutting is bad. So your ruler is like a regulatory system, and it helps you to know what's straight line or where your scissors should pass. Use to create a straight line, and then pass your scissors through that line. So now moving straight to the lining process. So for this lining, I'm using a thick material because the top was not that thick. So when you're making use of a thick upper, use a light material to line in it. And when you are using a light upper, use a thick material to line in it. So you don't want it to be too strong or to be too soft. But there are some times that you need to make it strong. Some people prefer strong top. They feel what is strong is what lasts. That's not really true. So by every and all means, make sure your top is thick. Like even if it's not that thick, just make it thick a bit for that quality to be there and for it to stand when you're finally done with everything. So as always, you apply your gum on it, and you apply on the lining material too, because you are gumming two surfaces together, and your gum has to be on both surfaces. So yes, we are using our hand filing machine again. Use it to file the edges to ensure that they are smooth. You see why you need to get this machine? There are many reasons. So smooth the edge. Do it carefully so you don't go and mistakenly file what the top should be, and you're going to create something else. So you want to make sure you are maintaining the shape of it while filing the edges to be smooth. So now let's get the insole ready. I've done that of the top. So let's line in the marco for the insole. I made use of 8mm marco, so you can imagine how thick that is already. So there is no need for me adding fiber. So don't stop wondering why I did not add fiber. If you are using from 4mm to I think 6mm, if you want to add fiber to it, but for 8mm I don't usually add fiber. I don't know if people add fiber. I feel it's going to be too thick, so I just use it single-handedly. Now you apply gum thoroughly over the marco. You even on the edges. Now paste it carefully at the middle. Okay, apply gum on the surface, the edge surface round, so that when you are folding, the material will have a place to stay. Okay. So the next thing now is to fix the top. To fix the top, and to do that, apply gum on your insole and on your material. So now, if you feel this process is going to be hard for you, people might find it hard to just fix the top and it will stay balanced. Instead, you can work with your nail. If you drag this way, wherever point you drag to, use your nail to place a hook to hold it. That's how you will do it on the first side. And after you have held it to be at the position you want it to be, you can now add gum to finalize the fixing. But instead, I just prefer this when you rub the gum and fix it directly. Although this was not the step I was using then. So then I will have to fix it with nail to make it be at the position I need it to be before in the final fixing. And note, when you are fixing top, the big toe area should go forward, like it should come forward, and the other small toe should go below a bit. Oh yes, I do this most of the time. If the design I'm making is my size, I'll make sure I test it on my foot first before doing what I need to do next. So now this was the single strap we made that will be on top of this design. Now we are fixing it. Oh yes, we're using our filing machine again. File the edge of the sole. File it so it will be completely out of sole things. You need to have your edges filed. It makes your gums more firm. And smooth surfaces. Your gum peels off easily when it is filed. It makes whatever you are planning on it attach firmly. After coupling, do this. Add your aradite, your glue, to the edges of the sole round. Because your normal Vitra gum, that was what I used in coupling this piece, will not be able to hold it properly. So this gum, I think, is the strongest of all gum. You will need to use it on the edges to give it that proper sealing. Now finally, after you must have do the finishing touch, and that is using your polish or dye to maintain everything, to maintain the whole of the slide. So any place that there's a gum splash, use your dye to cover it. Anyway, there is gum coming out, use your polish and then do your proper cleaning. Use fire, your lighter, to burn the edges of the top. That's if there are thread coming out or any rough thing coming out. Just use your fire to burn. And yes, this is all about this particular slide. Like I said at the beginning of this video, if you are not subscribed, subscribe. Thank you for watching.